Hi, people. I'm back. Got a few things to talk about. Uh, some people come in and filmed a documentary about me, things I do, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. It won't probably come out until March sometime, maybe before. I don't know. But they did a documentary on me. I got Jack Quinn involved in it about with his things about the dog man. We got a lot of stuff tied together on some of this stuff. Anyway, they come in and they did a film and showed them everything. Or took them out to the house and showed them around my shop. Tried to tell them things I hope they understand. This life I lead, I don't understand it, but I lead it. It's my life. Anyhow, seems like it all went well. I'll know when it comes out. I'll get to preview it before it goes out to the public and stuff. And if I didn't have this hand so tore up and I wasn't in so much pain right now, it would be a lot better. But I wasn't thinking a lot is logic. I'm trying to get the camera set here about right. I hope you see me all right. Anyway, the video, so far as I can tell, they got information they wanted, and it all went well. A little complicated with some matters, but it went well. And I showed them things, and like they asked me questions and told me to ask Flower if there was anybody out there with us. And I don't have to ask Flower anything; she knows what's in my mind. But for their benefit, hey, Flower, is anybody? I did it a couple times for them. It's on the video. But anyway, I'm leaning over this side. This side hurts really bad. My whole arm does. But anyway, uh, what I wanted to talk about was Steve's channel, How to Hunt. He just put out a video about he lost a knife back in November. He lost an arrow. He stuck it in the bear's ass and it stayed there. And it was an important arrow because he only had one of them. And it was kind of a special thing he had. And took the tip off of it, and the arrow stuck in the bear's ass, and it shouldn't have. You have to watch the video. It's his latest video, and I think he only read one email on it, but he's dumbfounded because this knife turned up back in his pack. The arrow was stuck in the snow somewhere, standing up, unbothered snow all around it. But the arrow was out in the middle of it. No tracks, no nothing. It's out there. I know how these things happen. I know who's doing it. And I know why. You know, I would give anything to have Steve call me and have a conversation on the phone. I could tell him things that he probably won't believe. He's living it, but he won't believe it. And he acts like he don't like what he's doing. He don't like the involvement with these people, with these other entities or whatever he calls them. He knows they're now the people because Edgar told him. And Edgar's my hero because Edgar's confirmed everything I've said on my channel for all these years. And the Foots have told him all this. Foots see that I'm putting out all I can, and they made arrangements with Edgar when he goes over there. They set him up, took him over to some other Foots, and they just laid it out to him. And I don't know what all else Edgar had to say. He said enough to verify everything I'm saying. You know, you have to go back and look at it. I don't know what the title is to it, but it's the one with Edgar in there when he went to Russia. So anyway, everything on my channel has is documented. That's all things that have happened. Certain times it's all happened. Everything on my channel is everything the First Nations ladies, the indigenous people from up in Canada say this is what happens when you're involved with the Bigfoot. Sasquatch, or what do they want to call him? The first people. Anyway, I've done this for years. Now, I'm not trying to get recognition for me. I'm trying to get word out what the Foots want people to know. They're coming out. That's the bottom line. They're going to come out to the public. That's what this whole thing's working out to. It's the resolve that I talked about. Edgar will probably tell Steve. He said he had more to tell him, and I'm telling you, it's about the resolve of what's going to happen that I've been talking about for a long time. This is how my life's with them. I'm part of the clan. They take me in as part of the clan, and I do the best I can do to keep them happy, to inform you. You know, they don't tell me everything. They tell me enough to put out here, and they tell me more than most. Yeah, I don't think they're going to tell some of this stuff. It's like when the owl man got on Steve's, he made a statement how he goes out and was one of his cohorts, whoever it is, they go out and they talk to the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, whatever they want to call them. But they've had conversation with them. And when it was all over with, Owlman says, I don't know if they're lying to me or not. It's because you ask them questions. These people are so far above us, you don't question them. I've never asked a question of them. I told them my wishes was before. I don't ask questions. Now, been in contact with a lady in the UK. And, well, first of all, let me get back with the other part. Steve finding his knife, finding this arrow, is just overwhelming. He can't believe he found that knife. It was in his bag that he'd been through many, 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 many times, and it shows back up. He'll explain it on the show. You watch his last video. It's about a couple hours old. And if you watch this, he cannot figure out, he thinks he knows, but he won't say it. This is the power the first people have. They can put things in bags. They put stuff in my house. I have an alarm system in my house, motion detectors, the whole bit. And I showed it on a documentary on me. They put things in my house. They gift me with a lot of stuff. This is part of what the indigenous people talk about. When you're with them, they give you things. I've been doing this for years. Mike Patterson up in Canada, he's another one. He gets all this stuff. I don't know how that clan takes him in. That clan up there that he deals with is a little different than mine. They give him vocals and other stuff. I don't get that. Sometimes I do, but not like what he gets with that. But that's the difference in the clans and how they want to deal with you. I have 3 clans I deal with, and more that know me. Like I said, the lady from the UK, she has a clan in the UK. She calls them her boys and girls. Her name's Judith. She calls them her boys and girls. And she had flipped by my video on YouTube and seen it a few times, and her foot's, hey, get a hold of him. So we got contact. So we're talking. The Foots are excited about this. She senses this. They're excited because me and her are talking. That's fine. One of mine, my flower, she went over there with Judith and had a discussion with her and told her our situation. Well, Judith told me things that only Flower could have told her. And she told her how she is always with me. And I've told you people that a bunch of times. Somebody's always with me, and I know it. I never knew it was Flower until me and Judith got connected and she told me. Now it all makes sense. All the things. I have somebody at my shop all the time. I didn't know who. It's all been clarified now. Flower's the one that's with me all the time. And that thrills me because I just love her to death. Anyhow, that's kind of getting revealed. And she revealed a lot of things that I didn't know about Flower. Flower appreciates Sharon, the one she used to threaten all the time. Now that she's got her mind thinking the way it is, she appreciates how well Sharon takes care of me. You know, Sharon's a great woman. She does a lot for me. I couldn't ask for any better. I've had a lot of ex-wives, and this is better than all of them. So, anyway, Flower appreciates that. Now, that's not animalistic thinking. People want to call the Bigfoot animals. That's bullshit. They're way above us. Their intelligence, their emotions, and everything is way above us. Uh, Flower's emotions run away with her with me. She was in love, and that's the way it was, and that's what it's going to be. She had to understand it wouldn't work, and she told Judith it would not work for me and her to have a relationship. It just would not work. So what we have was a love relationship, and and she said she will always be with me, no matter what, and I love it. She showed me a few things just lately. You guys might think it's a little stupid, but at my house, I have a. If you'll probably see it on the video because I had to unlock it. I have a gate at my house. I have to unlock it. I put a lock on there that can't nobody get off without having a torch and a welder or something to get it off. So I'm religious in my thought of locking up my house and locking up my gate. So when I put my lock on my front door, I pull my screen door closed. I put a piece of rope like stuff around it and pull it through, lock the doors, pull this through, wrap it around the door handle. So you can't even get the front door. You can't pull it open no matter what. So a few times back, I went there and my rope's gone. I wasn't there. I'm like, where'd it go? Eventually I found it. I moved my front steps out to cut the lawn. The rope's down in the front steps. This was Flower's doings. I come home another weekend just lately, and my front gate is unlocked and wide open. I couldn't find my lock nowhere. Nobody had been prying on it. I could see if anybody was messing with it. There's nothing. My gate's open and swung open, and there it is. So I had to figure out what's going on. Flower's letting me know. I got this covered. You don't have to lock things up. Nobody's getting in here. She watches my home, my property. She watches everything. Plus whatever foots are out there as well. My guard dogs. I got security. So I love it. So now I've locked the gate and done this again. So I think she'll leave it alone. I got the message. She gave me the message. I got the message. This is how they work. This is how Flower works. Uh, what else? Well, we shot this video. People come to the shop, and I showed them the shop and told them what was going on around there. And they all got ready, packed up, and left. They wanted to go to Taco Bell or something and go get something to eat or whatever. And I'd meet them over at my house here in Columbus. And while they were there, Flower was quiet. As soon as they left the premises, oh, she was chip chip chip. I could hear all this. I could hear all this in my head. What she's vibrate, the things she does to communicate with me. I could hear it. She got really loud with it. I said, well, I don't know if that means you like it or don't like it, but I'm glad you're here. I figured these things out later. So anyway, I went home, did what I had to do, met them, and we went out to the house. They followed us out. Uh, they got lost at one time. They went around me instead of following me. I don't know what that was about. I had to go up the road and wait on them to catch up wherever they went. So we ended up getting at the house. They filmed me behind me. It was behind me. They filmed me driving down the road. I could see them hanging out their door. So I get to the shop, or I get to the house, and we all go up, and I'm trying to point things out. I want to talk about one thing. One guy says something else over here and distracts me, and this was a bad time for me. This hand really hurts. So it's better today. I couldn't wave it around like this yesterday. It's been over a week now. Anyhow, uh, they went around, did a video, asked a lot of questions, and I told them a lot of stuff and had a few conversations. I hope they put in the right things and leave out the right things because I talked about things I might not have should have, but that's me. Anyhow, everything you hear in there is going to be the truth, whether I wanted you to hear it or not. It'll be the truth. But anyway, we gave him some of the chili that Sharon makes. We call it the Bigfoot chili. And it didn't quite turn out the same. You buy these packages of sausage and stuff that she uses, and it ain't always the same. It don't taste the same. It didn't come out. I mean, it's good chili, you know. I like it a little hot. I don't know if they liked it or not, but anyway, uh, it wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. When her chili's on the money, can't nobody beat it. It's just the way it is. She's a great cook. We have to go out and eat a lot, and I don't like it. Most people, oh boy, we'll go out and eat. No, I got the best food I can get right here in my house. I know it's good. It's always the same. It's always the same thing when you fix it, except for when the meat's bad. It's not bad, but whatever they're doing to the food now, they're changing things around. So, which I'm not a chef. I'm a consumer, and a very good one. But anyway, they all come and did all the filming they wanted to do, and it was real cordial. We did real. It was real nice people, very nice people, and I expect to see more of them. Uh, they got into some things about. I don't know if I've mentioned to you guys or not. We went to a Bigfoot Expo, Bigfoot Alien Ghost Expo over in Pennsylvania. And when we went over there, we stayed at an old Holiday Inn motel originally. Then it became a Clarion. Then it became I forget what they call it, Versa Vanna. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. But it's right off 80 on 197, I think it is. But anyway, we go to this hotel. Sharon sees it on the internet, and it just looked great. We get up there, and it's run down pretty bad. Sharon didn't even want to stay. So I went in and I talked to the people. I said, yeah, okay, yeah, just so we got a nice room. I see things are remodeling and stuff going on. We got in a room. We had a real nice room. The room was outstanding. I loved it. So anyway, I'm looking at this hotel. I'm taking pictures down the halls. Something about this hotel. I'm like, this place got to be for sale, run down as it is. So I got my head's working. I'm gonna figure a way of buying this hotel. It's got like 200 some rooms. It's huge, but it's something about it. I just had to be there. So we just talked about it a little bit, and all the time I'm figuring there's a lot of stuff out there by that motel. There's big dinosaurs and all kind of stuff down the road. And anyway, Doolittle's, Dr. Doolittle's, that's what it's called. There's a place down there called Dr. Doolittle's, and they've got big dinosaurs, full-size dinosaurs, hydraulically operated, big monstrous things. You have to go see it. It's really neat. Anyhow, when we got ready to leave the hotel, packing stuff from our room, was just around the corner, down the hall, and right out the door. There was a car. The car was sitting right outside that door. We had real good parking facilities for what we was doing. You had to go through one door, and that puts you into a little hallway, and there's a stairway going upstairs, and then you go out. There's another outside door. So I'd go through them doors and go out, and then my last trip in, I walked back in, and I just looked at those stairs, and the light bulbs out up in the stairway. I was just dark. Something drugged me up them steps. Don't ask me what. Something took me up them steps, and I'm going up here. I got to see what this is. So I'm going upstairs. I get up on the second floor, and I'm wandering around. I'm looking and looking and going down the hallways, and I opened up one door and looked in a room. Looked like somebody had been staying there and hadn't cleaned it yet. And I'm like, wow, this place fascinated me to no end. So I go down and I look down this one hall, and I'm mesmerized with this hotel. So I've never had this happen to me before. Never. I mean, my life with the Foots, that's one thing. This is something different yet. I didn't understand. So I go down, we get ready to leave, and I go for to check out until the girls were leaving, and I asked him, I says, "What's with this place? Why do I know? I just been upstairs, and I don't know why I went up there." And she says, "Yeah, we know." What? Yeah. Well, come to find out, it's haunted. I didn't know this. The It had been investigated by two groups of paranormal people come in here, and it's wrote up on a wall in one spot where they autographed it and put all this stuff up, the paranormal stuff. I'm like, really? But I got taken in. It blowed me away. So I want to let you know that I got taken in. I'm not. This happens to other people, not just me, other people as well. But I've never had it happen to me like that. So anyway, after realizing all that, they told me that the place had just been sold, and there was people coming in to rehab it. And like it's a beautiful place. It really needs to be put back together. They need to have attractions around there to get it packed up. But it's a motel. It's got to have people in it to pay for it. Right beside it's a Dutch pantry. Best food in the world. I mean, they got some good food. I mean, I'm surprised. It's really a good place to eat. We do a lot of traveling, and a good place to eat's hard to find. So anyway, we left, and eventually all my feelings subsided about the motel and all that. I eventually got away from it, but I'm still astounded at what I went through with it. Sharon had, the first night we was there, she had someone go to her and talk to her about me. Wasn't good, whatever it was, because she won't tell me what it was, but she did have somebody and she couldn't understand it. Now we know the place is haunted. We know what's going on, and we know someone, them, whatever, went and talked to her about me. I would tell her I'm no good or whatever they want to tell her. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I went through a lot of that with Flower. She just threatened Sharon, but anyway, that's what's happening with that. Now, let me tell you what happened after the investigators, filmmakers, after they left. Well, while Sharon was there talking to one lady before they left, they were outside talking. Big wind gust come through. I've had this happen up every now and then for what I don't know, but I think foots have something to do with it. But just the trees get going real good. It gets all blurry. No, I don't understand it. Well, anyway, after everybody left, it all quit. Sharon told me about it later. I wasn't aware of it. I was out in the yard someplace. And that woman she was with, one of the filmmakers, she noticed it too. So anyway, after they all left, Sharon was back in the bathroom and Josh was there, which I can't put Josh on my videos. His mother won't have it. But she has cited quite a few the Foots himself. He's sensitive to them. Anyway, Sharon's in the bathroom and Josh hollered out, says, "Grandma, Foots are growling." So one of them was growling. And Josh hears these things. They thought Josh was something else because they kind of teased him and stuff. They know Josh has a little bit of a problem. They understand that, so they just kind of teased him, and he understands it, and he knows when they're around. He's more sensitive to them than I am. Sometimes he just Josh being Josh, he just don't talk about it. It don't scare him. He knows what's up. He talks about Flower all the time, but I can't put him on film. I started to one time. That's when my camera went bad. Probably saved me a big bunch of problems with his mother. Anyway, after that, Sharon come out of the bathroom. I forget what she told me now. There was something going on. She knew the Foots were there, but Josh told her before that. Anyhow, she don't think the Foots were happy with her for what she might have said, which is probably possible because she didn't say good things for the Foots. She just thinks they're evil. I didn't know what she was saying. She had her talk to that lady. I don't know what she was saying. I wasn't there. So anyway, uh, that's how that went as far as that's concerned. Now, Let me think what else is going on here now. Well, I'm waiting to hear what's going to happen. Flower will let me know if anything. If I do anything wrong or anything wrong, I'll know. See, I tell you people that I get spanked if I screw up. Haven't had no bad spankings, but I know it will come if I do screw up. I've told you guys this before. I got mad, threw a fit, slammed my car door when I was down at the house, and I do my best to keep my temper under control. Bad, so I just keep it under control. Anyway, in the middle of the night, I'm sleeping, and wham! Somebody slammed my car door, and I got up like, "Who's out there?" What? Nobody out there. Foots let me know. You're being an ass. Quit. But that's how. Brought me out of a good sleep. I don't get a good sleep very often. It brought me out of a good sleep. But that's some of the ways that they communicate with me, and it's fun. It's hard to figure out sometimes, but that's the way that is. But anyway, what I'd like for you to do, I'd like for you to go look at Steve's channel, How to Hunt. Uh, I'm thinking about trying to type him another letter. He got my first one, talked about it, and that was all it was done. I've sent him others. He don't read them. So I'm gonna try to send him another one and let him know. The foots are in his life. I take credit for a lot of that. The reason being, and I'm gonna tell you the way it is. I typed a letter to him one time. He was always, way back when, was calling them bastards and being upset with them. Just had nothing good to say about them. So I sent him a letter and told him, you can't do this. It's got to stop. And I says, they're not what you think, this, that, and the other. And I don't know if he got the letter, but I do know the Foots knew exactly what I did. They knew I sent Steve this letter. Right after, which I got a, Jack Quinn will confirm because he's one of the witnesses. I have another witness, but she don't want to be brought into it. I have Jack as a witness. This is what I wrote to Jack, and this is what I said. As soon as I sent that letter, and the Foots heard what I said, Steve started changing, and people noticed it. People noticed the change in him back then. Now he's getting more and more and more. The Foots have been around his house, and he's caught wind of that. He don't like to talk about it, but Foots are in his life now, and they really wasn't before. They'd see him in the woods and not thought much of it. They didn't understand the power that Steve has with his words on that channel. All those emails he gets, they don't really tell what there is to tell about the Foots. If you don't live with them, like I live with them, you don't know them. They're part of my life. I'm part of their life. I'm what they consider one of the clan. I might not. Well, maybe I do look it. I don't know. But bottom line of it is, I ain't that big. But their thoughts come to me, and this is what I get. I don't get mind speak or nothing like that. And if you go to the indigenous people up in Canada, the First Nations ladies, whoever it was, Steve had read their letters about, talking about what you have to do to be involved with the Bigfoot, like I am. All that criteria has been brought up on my channel. Everything, So that's one verification of what I do. And the other one is when Edgar come back from Russia after he spoke to the Foots and told all the stuff that I've been saying for all these years. They're the people. Steve has used that phrase a few times. I've caught on some of his shows. I don't watch all of them, but occasionally I pop in. This last one, just curiosity, I just checked into it. And I just want Steve to understand. I have things put in my house. I'm gifted with a lot of stuff. Mike up in Canada, he does the same thing. They can put stuff in your house. I have a house that's secured. Motion detector, locks. You can't get in my house. Foots do. They drop stuff off. They put rocks on the counter while me and Cheryl was also. Cheryl was in the kitchen. I was coming in the kitchen. They put the 2 rocks on the counter. Look at my videos. You'll see. This is what they have the powers to do. My life is with them now. I do what I can do for them. Like I said, Flower looks out for me. She protects me on a lot of stuff. I had this is just a little incident. Where my shop's at, it's been a bad neighborhood. Somebody went around street in front of me, the street on my street, up and down the alleys. Somebody went around and busted windows out of about 13 cars all around my shop. I got 4 vehicles sitting in there, just sitting there. They don't get touched. Flower won't let that happen. And you people can believe that or not. This is primarily a black neighborhood. I'm the prime target. For any blacks in there that don't like a white boy, here I am. But Flower looked out for me. I've only lost one thing well, no. I had some kids steal some things from me, but I've only had people go by and rip anything off my property. I lost one downspout because it was aluminum. I fixed them. I put plastic in. Take this, fool. You ain't got nothing. But the bottom line of it is, Flower looks out for me, and I'm so happy. I'm just happy. She said, I know it's her. It's in my life. I've known one has been with me. I've tell people all the time. I'll be someplace and somebody will say, hey, tell a Foot's hi. I says, you just did. You just did. They're with me everywhere I go and everything I do. You know? And like, I ain't got no privacy. But I don't care. This is my life. You know? I tell people they're going to come after me with the butterfly nets and the straitjackets and all that. But now I don't have so much of that problem because I got nuclear scientists verifying everything I've said. In my call outs, something I've done ever since I was a kid, I don't understand it. Oh, that's getting verified. I said that Trump was in office 2 months. And I said at Matt's house, I want to get Matt on the video. I didn't get to get him on there. But I said 70% of Congress will be gone. Uh, the corruption will be gone. The corrupt will be dealt with. There's going to be military tribunals. People will be hung or executed. And I said, John Brennan will be a public execution. I can't help but throwing his name out. That's what come out of my mouth, not my thoughts in my head. This ain't a political thing. I'm just telling you what comes out of my mouth. This is factual. A lot of things I've said have already come to pass. They executed George Bush Sr. and they've executed McCain, both of them for treason and other stuff. Military tribunals. That's happened since I called it out. Who would have ever thought? Whoever would have thought that? But getting back to that, there's a lot of things. One of them was we're going to get paychecks. I don't know where that comes from. We're going to get paychecks. They're going to use the RICO Act to take these people out. Well, they've been using the RICO Act. Now, when I spit out of my mouth, they're going to use the RICO Act on these people. My mind said, "What the hell are you talking about? That's for gangsters and bikers." I'm thinking that at the same time it's coming out of my mouth. It came out. They're using it. And the only reason I keep going over this, man, I want people to understand something. This was a major call out, and I had no way to let anybody know about it. I'm a nothing, you know. I would like to get my words out there with some fact. I know what I'm talking about. If I say something, it's going to happen. It's not me, it's whatever comes through me. So, anyway, the last thing that I called out wasn't a net call out. This was another time. Come through my living room after taking a shower. I looked at Sharon and I said, we're going to be Canada. And I'm looking like, what the hell did I just say? I don't know. But it was one of my call outs that I don't understand. So pay attention to Canada. I don't know what it means. said, we're going to be Canada. I don't think we're going to go to war with Canada. I don't know. So just wait and see what happens with that. But most of the things I've been saying is all getting verified. I'm not the stammering old idiot that people might think I am, or the fool in the tinfoil Stetson, like that one guy said. And he don't feel good now. I just told him what it was. But anyway, I do the best I can to tell you the truth as I know it, as it comes to me. They're coming out. Oh, I'm not the only one. There's a psychic woman that said this quite a while back. It was after I did. I've been saying it for a long time, but she did come out and verify that when she has been in touch with them, they said they want to come out. They didn't say they're going to. She said they want to. When they got with me about verifying that they are the first people, they told me they are coming out. This is part of the resolve. This whole thing, the aliens being exposed, everything going on. This is the resolve. Something spoke of it in the Bible. Sharon tells me about what it's called. I don't know. It ties in with the Bible somewhat. But all I know is it's known as a resolve, where everything's going to come out and get all taken care of. We'll all be happy when this is over, regardless of what anybody thinks. So I'm doing my best to keep y'all's attention and let you know what's going on. I've been holding off on this video until after I did the documentary they did. I don't know how good it's going to be. You can probably watch on my channel and see most of it. But it's all true. People are there to verify what they've seen or whatever, and it's all true. Sorry about the appearances of my house. I ain't been there to take care of a lot of it. I did find that I had a big line I ran across my one little valley. I used to drop food on for the foots. I see a tree fell and broke that down. I got a few things to take care of, but right now I can't do nothing. This little booger right here has got me. So back when I think when I was 68, I think I fell. I busted 4 ribs. I thought the world was over. You can't move. I hate being an invalid. It's not me. Now here I am again. I'm left-handed, and I ain't left-handed. So anyway, all I can say is thank you all for watching. Hit the like buttons. I don't ever tell nobody none of this stuff. Hit the like buttons and subscribe. Make sure your notifications are working. I've had a lot of people hit me up with my notification don't work. Okay, are you still subscribed? I've had people tell me they've been unsubscribed. I don't do that. I don't unsubscribe nobody. If you get on my comments and badmouth me all you want, you won't get unsubscribed, because I like to play the game too. You want to badmouth me, I badmouth you. But when I badmouth you, it's going to be about the truth. And it's all going to make you feel bad. So I've had a few of them that don't come back no more. It's fine. Anyhow, I'm going to get off here and get this taken care of. It takes a while to put this thing out. So I have to rewatch this myself to make sure it's all come out good. And then I got to program and do all the stuff you got to do. It's crazy, but it's what you got to do. Well, I love you all for being here. My foots love you all for paying attention. And when they come out, if you're here and they come out, treat them like your good next door neighbor. And don't lie to them. You can't lie to them. They know all your thoughts. That's a fact. All right, I'll leave you with that. See you later. Bye.